Would you break up with your partner if their mom acted like this?
I feel like she's trying to take away time from the woman I love.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna poison me.
Bruh.
You're just annoying. Why I should expect them? No,
Ma,
of
just
course not.
you have
Never
to, you
in
have
my
to.
dead body.
Ma,
no, no. Oh my gosh.
This is very embarrassing for my mom.
Relationship between
Ma,
son and
Ma,
mother. You want me to die?
You're not gonna die.
I promise I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh, she's here. You're paid.
I might. Where we last left off with this mama's boy couple, Shekeb invited Emily, his girlfriend, over to Laila, Shekeb's mom's birthday. And well, let's just say she had a little bit of an episode. She completely lashed out at Emily and was extremely childish, to the point where Shekeb had to walk out with Emily, and that's pretty intense considering how much of a mama's boy Shekeb is. Shekeb has been staying with Emily for a little while, and Emily believes that the only way that their relationship can move forward is if Shekeb decides to move out with her. Before we begin, if you enjoy watching these videos, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more, because there's a lot more Emily, Shekeb, Laila insanity coming up. But let's dive right in. Let's go. So in this timeline, Shekeb has gone off to talk to his mother Laila, and in the meantime, Emily is talking to her mother Sarah, and she starts to kind of air out everything that she's been feeling and vent to her mom, which, to be honest, after a few years, you'd feel like she's already done that, but this is apparently the first time, because we find out later that Sarah had no idea that this was going on.
Do you remember when I first told you about Shekeb, and you were happy, right?
He has a good personality.
Yeah.
I think he's the handsome and the nice.
So Sarah's very nice, and Emily opens up to her and explains, well, Laila would prefer if Shekeb marries a Muslim Afghani girl, which Sarah actually somewhat agrees with.
Kind of I can understand the Shekeb's mom, but like her, I all the time dreaming about my son-in-law.
Sarah would prefer if Emily married a Korean guy, specifically a Korean doctor.
He will be the medical doctor, and then Korean
Doctor,
yeah, and then who has a lot of money and something.
Rich Korean doctor.
Very Asian of her, but she understands that Emily's happiness should come first. Plus, she keeps it real with her, man.
I think you have to make a more good shape. Like some sticky person like that. So you have to do more loose body weight.
I guess this is why Laila called her a pig. Damn, bruh.
Go find a rich Korean doctor's son-in-law, and that's her dream. But you know, I can't fulfill her dreams. You know, I have my own dreams, and I'm really happy with Shekeb, so I'm not gonna break up with Shekeb just yet.
Just yet, man. Don't make it sound like you got it in the works, man. That's kind of devious.
It's like he can't love us both because, you know, he's in the middle.
Just break up.
No, I mean,
Just break up.
I mean, that's just, I can't do that.
Okay.
What do you mean you can't do that? If things don't work out, you gotta be able to do that. As you get closer to Shekeb's age, you should only be really dating to find your life partner, someone you're gonna marry, unless that's not really your buzz, then that's fine. But clearly, that's exactly what you want. But I gotta remember sometimes, and I forget, that Emily is young. She's only like 24. They're both rather emotionally immature and don't really understand that perhaps breaking up is the best option. It could be that they're actually just really infatuated with each other and they're not truly in love, but more in love with the idea of being together. And after being together for that many years, the breaking up process gets harder and harder. But you gotta understand that even if the relationship itself is going very well, you gotta think about all the external factors that are coming into play, like Laila. And these external factors are constantly making you uncomfortable and unhappy. So is it really worth it to even go down this route? And to be honest, as adults, you should be able to come to a mutual understanding and break up and still stay civil, even potentially stay friends. But like I said before, these guys are still very emotionally immature, so achieving that isn't really possible at this stage.
Step by step, you try more, maybe it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But you cannot do, just break up. Something not changes, first thing you have to think.
If nothing is changing in the relationship in regards to Laila, it is probably best to end things. Now we move back to Shekeb, and it's been a little while since he spoke to Laila, but he's got to head back and explain why he left her, because she was just disrespecting Emily and being extremely rude.
I never even left the house without her consent. I'm pretty scared about this situation. I can feel it. You're not showing me any affection. Are you still mad at me?
Oh, come on.
I mean, and through these interactions, you can see that she just really is super stubborn and stuck in her ways. The thing is, Emily always says that Shekeb never tries to really talk to Laila and put his foot down, but that's not necessarily true. Here in this interaction, we see that Shekeb is really trying to make an effort to try to get Laila to listen and understand that he really wants to be with Emily. But Layla's stubbornness prevents her from being able to accept her.
After she ruling.
She didn't ruin her
My
birthday.
birthday.
She was trying to better your birthday.
No.
She gave you a gift, Ma. You called her a pig.
Yeah. Soon I see her face. I got vertigo.
Vertigo, man. If that's the case, bro, I'm getting vertigo just listening to your bullshit.
Ever since she comes to your life, in my life, you start arguing with mom, which is not right. And I don't like it.
And why do you think he argues with you, though? Think about it. Just really think about it for a second. The problem with what you're stating, Laila, is that you don't really ever take accountability for the fact that the reason why Shekeb is arguing with you or talking back to you is because you're disrespecting the love of his life. The arguments stem from Layla's distaste towards Emily, not because Emily went into Shekeb's life and then changed his perspective of things. She doesn't really ever consider how Shekeb feels. She only cares about how she feels. I mean, you can just see how uncomfortable Shekeb is. Like, obviously, he doesn't want to disappoint his own mom, but what choice does he have? She needs to understand that Shekeb isn't the same person as Laila.
My baby, you don't know, girl. I know what is right for you, what is wrong for you. I found an Afghani girl. She has a lot of respect for me. I think she's my dream girl to be my daughter-in-law.
You serious?
But you found her a girl before and they ended up divorcing. So what do you actually know, aside from finding someone within your culture that you can accept, that won't necessarily make him happy? I mean, look at this guy's face. Does this look like the face of a happy man? Back to her old ways, doing the same shit. Controlling every aspect of Shekeb's life and finding another woman for him. And that's all that matters to her, that this woman respects her. And let's be real, Emily could be that woman if Laila had given her a chance. Even the way she just worded that, it's her dream daughter-in-law. Is this Shekeb's dream girl, dream wife? There's never once where I've actually seen her consider Shekeb's feelings, because I feel like it's intertwined in her mind. Her feelings are linked with Shekeb's feelings. It seems like he has no free will or any say in this situation. This ain't no dream, this is a goddamn nightmare.
Ma, I experienced all this already. I don't want to relive that nightmare.
You're gonna love her.
Emily is perfect, Ma. Goshko.
Oh, I am listening.
Oh yeah, you're listening if listening is like this. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I found an Afghani girl for you.
The more you talk to her, the more you'll realize that she's just an incredible woman, Ma.
To you.
She's everything you ever wanted to, but you're just not giving her that chance.
Shekeb is dropping bars right now. Yes, Laila, just give her a chance. But guess what? The most unexpected thing happens that you and I probably wouldn't expect.
Give her a chance. I know for a fact she'll blow you away. Forget about the Afghan girl.
Okay, I respect your wishes.
Okay.
So I'll do it for you because
Really?
I love you. I respect your wish.
Laila agrees to give Emily a chance. Shekeb suggests that they sit together for lunch or dinner so that they can actually talk out their issues and start to build on that relationship so that Shekeb can move forward with his relationship with Emily.
I want to see you happy. I want to see.
Touch her card. Thank you.
I want you to be happy, have a good life.
She says she wants to see Shekeb happy. Now, I don't know. We gotta really watch this through to see if that's actually true or not. Does she actually just want herself to be happy? Now, of course, Laila has agreed to this dinner, but Shekeb has to convince Emily as well. Because from what I've seen, I think she's pretty traumatized from the whole birthday fiasco.
Let's say, what if you, me, and my mom went out for lunch or dinner one day?
Okay, let's get together, everything's gonna be happy and jolly, like it's no big deal. But I mean, to me, it's a big deal. It takes a lot of energy, and I don't want to see the same happening over and over again.
She's getting a little crazy, which, okay, look, I get it. You've been through a lot of shit, but it's been years with the relationship Shekeb and Laila has. I think that's something you would have noticed in the first year. But anyway, she has a point. She's very skeptical about going to this dinner because, again, Shekeb is very much an optimist. He's always giving Emily this false hope that everything's going to be all right. Layla's going to give her a chance, but every single time, it's just a full 180 and the tables turn and it's just Laila yelling at her and ridiculing her. So I get where her skepticism comes from. But this time, even I believe that there could be a chance that things could work out.
Why are you so with him?
Oh.
She's telling me that she can find a really great Korean guy for me. And
For Emily's mom to say something about bringing a Korean guy into her life, I don't like that.
It's good that Shekeb is now realizing the extremity of where his relationship has come to. He now knows that even Emily's mom has suggested that they break up and she finds herself a rich Korean doctor, man. And it's good for him to see that point of view because now he understands the seriousness and that he really has to try and make this work.
I just wish there was no outside influence in my relationship. I don't want no one to be involved in it but me and Emily.
Life gives you lemons, you gotta make lemonade. If you're born into this world where you have this cultural background that is very normal for your parents to set up marriage for you or be very judgmental towards your partners, then you kind of have to make do with that and try your best to convince your parents otherwise. So now, after a lot of back and forth, Shekeb managed to finally convince Emily to come to this dinner, and she expresses her worries and anxiety, which is totally warranted. But Shekeb reassures her and is confident that his mom is willing to at least sit down, have a conversation with her, and at least be civil. Boy, was he fucking wrong, man. Bitch brought another woman to the dinner. What the fuck? As they pull up, we get the big reveal that Laila brings the Afghani girl that she was talking to Shekeb about. Against his wishes, I might add, which again just shows her extreme selfish desire to fulfill her own happiness over her son's. And it's very clear to see that, yes, she loves her son, but she acts like she owns him.
I want her to be my future daughter-in-law. It's gonna be big fire for Emily. It's not gonna be fun for her, but it's gonna be good for me.
Boy, if you don't get... Look how disgusting she's acting. Despite her son opening up to her and expressing his frustrations with her inability to give Emily a chance, she still decides to disrespect Shekeb's wishes and brings her dream Afghani potential daughter-in-law to the dinner that she agreed to come to on her own. She only cares about herself, and it's just so sad because that's your son that you're depriving of happiness.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Wajma?
Yeah, but like, are you like?
I don't know. I'm confused as well. What's going on?
To do this with your son agreeing to see this woman, sure, great. Even to do this without Shekeb agreeing, it's a bit underhanded, but you know, still somewhat acceptable. But to do it while he's still seeing his partner, and to do it while she's there, this is ballistic, mate.
I told you one day, do you remember? You might forget that there is an Afghani girl. She's the one that I was talking to you that
to you about what?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you'd think that she would notice that this is making Shekeb really mad. I mean, look at his face. And you'd think that it would change her mind and make her realize the error of her ways. But it's clear that Laila doesn't give a rat's ass about any of their feelings, and it's either her way or the highway.
What are you doing, Ma?
I'm doing the right thing.
You don't tell me anything, Ma.
Well, now I told.
You're not gonna repeat the same thing again. I got married once and that was enough, Ma.
She already changed you. She already brainwashed
The
you.
lack of accountability and the fact that she sees no wrong with her actions is what has caused this rift between the mother-son relationship.
This is wrong. It's crossing the line.
I don't see wrong.
Because
I think
Shekeb is
I
on my
should
side.
leave. I'm sorry. I wish Laila would have told me that Shekeb was dating another woman.
Man, also I just feel really bad for Wajma because she's obviously been set up as well. She just wanted to meet this guy, and she's obviously from the same ethnic background and culture, so something like arranging your partner is very normalized and nothing out of the ordinary. But to be set up in order to be used as a sabotaging tool against Shekeb, that's just embarrassing and it's a little dehumanizing.
No, that's not
Nice
right.
meeting
should-
you guys.
You're the one should leave, not her.
This is so.
If Shekeb doesn't like Wajma, I'll go find another girl.
And even Laila says if Shekeb doesn't like Wajma, then she'll find another girl. It is a little dehumanizing, don't you think?
You know what? I try my best to be conservative, to be respectful.
She's right, Ma. You never give her a chance.
I want my son to marry to Afghani girl. What is wrong about it? Maybe your mother wants you to marry with a Korean man.
We all knew about it from the jump. Laila simply wants Shekeb to marry an Afghani girl, which it's fine. You can totally want that. But as your job as a parent, it's to guide your children to be their best selves and to be ready to get out into the big world and make their own decisions. You can't necessarily force them to do what you want or marry who you want them to, especially if they don't want to marry them. Otherwise, they're just going to completely lose all sense of their free will. Now, I also get that there are some cultural differences that I'm not completely aware of. Like, I got to keep bringing that up because I get it. I totally get where she's coming from. But outside all of that, in general, it's not that hard to just be a good person. Right?
Knowing that Shekeb's mother will never accept me, now is the time for me to put my foot down. Is it me or is it his mother? There's no in between. There is no fixing.
And look at her, man. That's her angry face. I ain't never seen her like the eyebrow bridge like scrunch up like that before. So it's at this point that Emily has a huge turning point in her character development. She no longer has the patience to take any more emotional beatings from Laila, and even now provides Shekeb with an ultimatum. It's either Laila or her?
My mom should see me happy. In a way, I don't think she wants that.
Are you serious right now? You don't know? This is crossing the line.
I'm upset too. I'm upset.
I don't think you're upset.
Babe, I'm upset too. I
don't think you're upset. You don't look upset.
Daddy, chill.
Now, by the way Emily is acting, she kind of acts like someone similar, no? I'll give you a second. Figured it out? That's right. I'm referring to Laila. I feel that Emily has bottled up all her emotions from the verbal beatdowns from the years and is finally lashing out and becoming her true self. Whenever Emily speaks to Laila, Laila instantly shuts her down. And now, whenever Shekeb is trying to speak to Emily, Emily is shutting Shekeb down. She's doing the exact same thing that Laila did, which I get in the moment. She's just frustrated and lashing out, but at the same time, it's a bit of a red flag. This is the beginning of her villain arc.
This is more than just telling me that I'm not a trustworthy girl. This is more than hating me. This is way beyond what I was expecting.
Stop it.
Yo, Emily, listen to what the bro's saying. Like, I get it. I get you're frustrated. I get you're annoyed. Like, I mean, so would I. Any normal human being would be after being disrespected like that. But at the same time, again, Laila doesn't fucking consider Shekeb's feelings. And now, Emily, you're doing the same. You're not considering how Shekeb's feeling. How could you say that Shekeb isn't annoyed at this situation as well? If anything, he's feeling it the most. That's his own mother that just went behind his back and disrespected his wishes. The fact that she doesn't even want to listen to Shekeb's perspective shows that she has quite a bit of selfishness as well, just like Laila. We saw in the previous scene that Shekeb was over the moon, happy that Laila wanted to talk to Emily and that he was very confident and excited to tell Emily that this could be good for their relationship. It felt very genuine, right? So what part of this exchange does Emily not believe? She thinks that Shekeb isn't as upset, but when in reality, I feel like the most disappointed person is Shekeb.
I would never thought she would do this.
You're a little too calm.
Babe, because I'm
You're
trying
a little too comfortable with this, and I'm not okay with that.
I'm trying not to blow up, okay?
Oh, brother.
I am not okay with you calling him out, though. What is the issue with Shekeb being calm? He's very clearly holding his emotions together, because as men, already we have a difficult time handling our more vulnerable emotions like anger and sadness. It just feels like she's pushing Shekeb's buttons unnecessarily when he's already on her side. I just think it's a little unfair to say that when it seems you're lacking the empathy to understand that he's experiencing the same thing she is.
And at this point, he is clearly not understanding how angry and frustrated I am.
He definitely understands. He just lacks the experience and creativity in the mind to figure out how to maneuver through this situation. That doesn't mean he doesn't understand, though.
You're gonna move out of your mother's house, okay? It's either me or your mother, and you're gonna choose. We're doing this, we're taking action. You're taking action without your mother's consent. This is our relationship and our decision.
Our relationship, true. Is it our relationship or is it your relationship? Like, giving an ultimatum is one thing. Like Shekeb says, you're putting a damn gun to his head, bro.
You're like putting a gun to my head. Like, oh, choose now or not. Like, don't do that. Babe, I love you, okay? I'm gonna make things right. Believe me when I say it. Don't threaten me. I never threaten you.
Because now what you're doing is just controlling every action that they take from this point. She's turning into the dark side of Laila. Hell, she's probably thinking if Laila can control this dude, fuck, so can I, right? Because now she's using the end of the relationship as leverage to force Shekeb into doing what she wants, which is moving out. How can you threaten your relationship to force him to move out? Like, do you even want to be in this relationship, bro? If you're gonna give an ultimatum like that, the answer should already be obvious. You should just break up, because it's gonna cause less harm to each other emotionally.
Because if you can't make that decision, I'm walking away from this relationship.
Yo, if my partner said that to me, best believe, door's right over there, G, get the fuck out. So now, because of this entire fiasco, Shekeb and Emily are now looking at apartments behind Laila's back. And to be honest, as a viewer, I'm just starting to see how controlling she can potentially be. And she keeps saying how, you know, this is our relationship, we need to focus on us and not his mom. But this apartment was picked out by Emily, so it's not like Shekeb even had a choice. They're just going to see it now.
This is the place I picked out.
She's talking about how there's a ritual where Shekeb has to make her a coffee.
When we do move in together, you should make me a cup of coffee every morning. This is where you make me my cup of coffee in the morning and I sit here and meditate.
Look, I get it. If you're a happy couple and you want to do stuff for each other, that's fine. That's great. You can openly say this. But at the same time, I haven't even heard once what Emily would do for Shekeb in this relationship. A relationship is a two-way street. You got to give 100% of yourself, not a 50-50.
I gave Shekeb an ultimatum that he must move out of Laila's house or we are completely over as a couple.
I feel like she's just projecting some of those negative emotions back towards Shekeb now. Now, the only problem here is, yeah, great. You know, everyone's happy, all's going well, finding apartments. But the main issue, again, is Shekeb hasn't told Laila that they're planning to move out. Oh, Shekeb, you're a nice guy, but you really got to put your foot down. You don't even have to put your foot down. You just have to be confident enough to openly speak to your mom about things that you want to do in life. Otherwise, she's just going to continue to walk all over you.
But there's never a perfect moment for Laila to hear the news that her little precious baby is going to leave her house and he's going to move on to become a man.
Say it like that. I am a man. What are you talking about?
And she's not really explaining to him what a man is. She's telling him.
You're not a man until you tell your mother that you are moving out of her house.
She's got this fantasy idea of what being a man is, and wow, fuck, what man doesn't enjoy a woman telling them what a man is, right? Now we move on to the final scene of this episode and this season. Shekeb is planning to tell Laila that he's going to move out. Or is he? So Shekeb made a plan to go to this cafe with Laila so that he can break the news to her. And Emily's coming too. And guess what? Shekeb didn't tell Laila that Emily's coming. Shekeb has this bad habit where he tends to keep forcing Laila and Emily together even though they despise each other, because he thinks just being in a room together where they're forced to talk will enable them to build a relationship. But how many times has that happened? Too many. And then how many times has it worked? Never.
You have to accept this, Mom, because the more you don't accept it, the more it's going to damage our relationship, Mom.
I can't.
It's always about what you want. You know?
It is. That's right. It's always about Laila and what she wants. But you got to put your foot down and talk about what you want too, because you're your own person. And you are. I'm very proud of you for doing it, but I don't even know what else you can do to make Laila listen.
I was thought I'm going to have a good time and have a fun after a long, long time. Now you're talking about Emily. I'm sick of it.
Personally, I think the best option here is some distance. So maybe moving out with Emily is the right choice because, again, distance makes the heart yearn. Maybe that time alone, that isolation will make Laila realize and understand that maybe it wasn't Emily that was taking Shekeb away and it was Laila that was pushing them away. Maybe she won't come to that understanding, but look, after all you've done and all you've said to her and she still is so stubborn and doesn't want to hear what you're saying, again, it's the whole Einstein thing, man. It's insanity. If you think doing the same thing over and over again is going to produce different results, because it's not.
So I don't want to give Shekeb the hand of someone I don't trust, I don't like, and I don't see Shekeb with her. I'm your mom. I know what is best for you.
Again, even if you know what's best for your son, that doesn't mean that's probably what's best for him or what he wants. You can give him warnings, you can give him precautions of the difficulties that life will entail, but ultimately it's up to him. He's not a dog. He doesn't need you to live his life, but it would be nice to have you in it.
Take Emily out of the picture. That's it. Everything is going to be all right.
The reality is she's not going anywhere. If I really didn't care about you...
You're not going to get my blessing if you marry to Emily.
If I didn't care about you...
So now, here we are, the finale, the ultimate clash between Laila and Emily. Laila has always despised Emily, but Emily has now evolved to the point where she's starting to hate her as well. And you can see from the first few episodes, Emily actually respected Laila and really tried to get her approval, but this is gonna get juicy.
Tell her to come.
Because she has something to say.
No, Shekeb, you have something to say.
Okay, I have something to say.
As his girlfriend, I'm ready for Shekeb to make me a priority, and I'm ready for Shekeb to make the decision to move out now.
Oh god, yeah, gotta love the inner control freak coming out. Yikes. Now, okay mom, okay master. I was on Emily's side in the beginning, but man, these two really make it hard to pick a side. And honestly, I'm trying to be sympathetic towards Shekeb, but this bro really's gotta work on his words, man. He just doesn't really say the right things when he needs to.
I wanted to tell you that I want to...
Why are you stuttering? Just tell her directly. That's the issue with you.
No, even I don't want to see your face.
Shekeb is moving out.
In my dead body.
I know she's a bit of a fault, but in my dead body, like, they're not trying to move into your dead body. I know that you've had enough of the bullshit, but there are still more respectful ways to say that you're moving out. At the end of the day, she's a young buck. She's 24 years old that lacks a life experience to understand that these interactions will have consequences later on. Why is Shekeb like whispering, say it under his breath? Like, let's be honest, there's more of a chance of Laila listening to Shekeb than listening to Emily, right? But little mama's boy's too afraid to speak his mind, so he's gonna go ask his other mama.
He's going to stay with me for the rest of his life.
Damn.
That is an extreme red flag. Laila is not prepared to let Shekeb live his own life. And I understand that being protective and even controlling to some certain degree, but keeping him in the house locked away for the rest of his life, that's just unacceptable. Like I said, dude is not a dog, bro. You can't keep him in a cage.
She's crazy. I'm the mother. I am the one brought Shekeb in the war.
This is one of my pet peeves with parents, is them using the guilt trip of being the one that birthed them into this world. You're the one who decided to have a child. Now, we as children have no choice being given life. And of course, it's a blessing and we're very grateful to be living this life. But at the same time, that doesn't define who we are and who we become. As a parent, looking after your child, providing them with shelter, clothes, food, that's your job. That's an obligation. That's what being a parent entails. Like you can't use that against them later. And then it is also then your job to teach your child to be grateful for these things.
This is the next step of our relationship.
I'm not listening to you.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand, Emily. Fuck off.
Tell your mom now. Say it now. Why are you hesitant again?
Hold on.
Now, oh, okay, master. Sorry. Jeez, just okay. Save that shit for the bedroom.
Hey, yo! I'm having second thoughts about moving out because I just don't want this. I don't want to move out with all this stress. And yeah, even though I promised Emily that I will be moving out, just a little time is all we need for my mom to accept it.
So now Shekeb is actually hesitating to move out, which I don't blame you, man. If my girlfriend started acting like that, fuck, man, I wouldn't want to move in with her crazy ass either. Obviously, he wants time for Laila to accept the fact that he's moving out, so he wants to give her a month, but that's definitely not what Emily wants.
I want to move out with Emily. I want to get an apartment with her. However, maybe I'll wait a little bit.
Oh my gosh. But what is a little bit? We're not negotiating.
I'm not negotiating. I'm kind of compromising it.
I mean, negotiating and compromise kind of falls under the same tree here. You got to negotiate something is the same as you compromising something, because it's like the agreeing side of the negotiation. Again, Shekeb, you got to work on your words, man. Like,
okay, I'm ready to move out with you, babe. Next day, you're like, oh, 1 month.
I am
He doesn't want to live with you.
Tell her to leave.
I'm not going anywhere.
She's not
so
going
I'm leaving.
anywhere. No, you cannot.
You're not leaving either.
No, I'm leaving.
now Laila is being the same as Emily. They're exhibiting the same childlike behaviors. In the last scene, Emily walked out on Laila, and now Laila is walking out on Emily. The problem with both of these women in Shekeb's life is that they think they can control Shekeb by walking away and proving to the other woman that they are superior and that Shekeb loves them more. They all want to act like they know what's best for him. But at the end of the day, they're just a bunch of children stuck in adult bodies, because neither of them are mature enough to settle their differences, or at least put them to the side so that they can talk out their issues and negotiate a compromise. It's either one way or the other, black or white. There's no gray area.
Just leave. You're wasting our time.
Do you love me?
Of course.
Come on, walk with me.
Doing mine.
Oh, no. I'm done, Shekeb John. I'm done. Thank you.
This is too much, man. Neither of these women know how to chill. As the title suggests, this is indeed Mom vs. Girlfriend in full effect.
You couldn't even tell her up front.
I just told her right now.
No, I had to say it for you. This is exactly why our relationship isn't gonna work. You're never gonna put your foot down and move out.
Emily now is being a little bit too disrespectful for my liking. Because let's be honest, yeah, Shekeb is a little flaky with the fact that he said he was gonna move out and now he's changed his mind, but he is taking the situation seriously. At the end of the day, he just loves you both and he just wants the best for both of you. And compromising is the only way to do so, but both parties refuse to try anything. I feel for this guy. It's not easy, but Emily's anger is overtaking her empathy. Brother, if I was in your shoes, I would just break up with Emily and move on with your life. Like, I know it's not easy. You guys have been dating for years. It's never easy, but trust me, there's someone out there for you that will respect your wishes and actually care about you and your happiness, and someone that your mom will respect too.
I was taking my time. Well, my mom needs a little bit of priming, okay? That's how she is.
This relationship
I'm not
is
changing
not
my mind.
No, God! Babe, what the yo?
Hey, yo, what the fuck, yo? Yo, dog, what the fuck, yo? That was this shirt. You bought the shirt for me, yo. What the fuck, yo? And after that, hell yeah, this bitch is getting dumped for sure.
You even bought me the shirt. What's wrong with you?
I don't care.
This is because of my mom? Really?
This isn't because of your mom. This is you. If you were direct, you would have told her from the beginning.
Sorry, brother. I don't know what that wiping is gonna do, bro. That shit is hella stained.
It was hard, babe. I have a different kind of culture.
It's not a culture. It's your honestly, it's your annoying personality. you'd never know how to handle anything serious.
Get some help.
Alright, first of all, bitch, you're going a bit too crazy right now. There is a bit of culture mixed into this situation. Have you even tried to understand what it's like to be an Afghani Muslim and what that entails, like when it comes to relationships and marriage? Probably not. So it's hard for you to understand where Shekeb is coming from. But I do agree with you in terms of his personality. He is super optimistic about all situations and he only wants to see the good in people, which is a fantastic trait, but is also his downfall. He's just a bit of a people pleaser. You know, he's trying to please his mom and Emily at the same time, but man's just gotta look deep inside and find what he truly wants himself. And you know, to please himself. And just focus on making himself happy. Because, you know, if you're not happy, how can you make someone else happy?
You're not ready to move out. This relationship isn't gonna happen. This relationship is over, and it's not my fault. It's Shekeb's fault.
It's easy to point the finger, but it's hard to look within. I know just before I was talking about Shekeb needing to look within to find himself and what he truly wants, but that can be applied to Laila and Emily as well. In this case, with Emily storming out, she keeps wanting and needing this and that, but it's just controlling Shekeb into doing what she wants. But if this reoccurring pattern of Shekeb disappointing her isn't what she wants, then she should have had the strength to let this relationship go. There's a bit of leading on from both sides.
Yo, Emily! Emily, can you... Emily!
And there we reach the end of season 1 of Emily, Shekeb, and Laila, and I Love a Mama's Boy. And wow, what an emotional roller coaster. We went from being on Emily's side to then being a little bit on Laila's side, then being back to Emily's side, and then just not even knowing whose side to pick, and Shekeb being stuck in the middle of all this because he just doesn't know what to say or how to say it in the right time. To really conclude this season, like, I really feel for Emily because for years she's obviously been ridiculed and embarrassed and disrespected by Laila. And Laila, I get it, she's from another generation and her cultural and ethnic background is very important to her, and I get that, but you also have to evolve with the times. And Shekeb, he's allowed himself to reach this point of dependency on his mom, and that's why he can't really have a say. And it's hard for him to find his own happiness because he's too busy trying to please these women in his life. So what is gonna happen from this point? Laila's not happy with Shekeb, Emily's not happy with Shekeb, Shekeb ain't happy with Shekeb. Man, this is just crazy, and I can't wait to cover the next season of craziness. And if you want to see me cover all that and you want to join me in this journey, make sure you subscribe, and the next upload will be coming ASAP. And if you liked it, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below about what you think about this whole situation, because I'm sure people out there are going through similar issues and I want to hear about it. But other than that, I hope you guys are enjoying your day, your night, whatever it is, whenever you're watching this. I love y'all. Thank you so much. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace. Oh, flick my eye. Said she feeling horny. Don't lie, say it straight, I know you want me, girl. Said I know you want me. Don't lie, feel this tension between us burning up. Called you